Uh, yeah, that in the background happens to be the Hall of Fame. I'm probably going to go back to watching it later. But my homeboy Prince wanted me to point something out that I think that y'all probably noticed. A good Raw equals no Steph. The fact that Stephanie wasn't here tonight really did bring up the quality of Raw, and that's a shout out to my homeboy Prince GMO. He wanted me to point that out, which is true. I mean, this is the Raw after WrestleMania, the most wildest, most high energy, crazy ruckus of a Raw ever. Like that's how it always is. It's always the craziest Raw after WrestleMania. And definitely it really was. The crowd was had so much hate towards Roman Reigns. This is nuclear heat. This is beyond Eva Marie heat, because I haven't heard so many F bombs in my entire life based on Roman Reigns and it not being censored. That's how much hatred is coming out after what happened with Taker. Don't get it twisted. I was emotional. Y'all saw my review. I was emotional. But I don't put that much hate on the guy. He just had to do what he had to do. The torch had to be passed, and it had to be passed with him. It wasn't with Cena. It was with him. But other than that, he got a huge brunt of the heat, and we didn't see him for the rest of the night. It's going to be hard for him for the next few years, because people are not going to legitimately get over this that quickly. It's going to take years for Roman Reigns to be accepted. He has no choice now to be a heel. And I'm hoping that they actually will allow him to be, because he's got no choice. He's going to get booed every night. And he left. They didn't even allow him to say anything. He just said 4 words. Yeah, this is my yard. Yep, 4 words. He actually just said 4 words and left. That's how hard the crowd was towards him, and that's pretty jacked up. It was. But other than that, we actually did have some amazing moments. I mean, shoot, we've had some returns. And Vince was talking about a shakeup between Raw and SmackDown. Maybe they're giving a little bit of a taste of the actual draft. If that's the case, then you're better off waiting until July. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. But it seems to me that we have a few new people. We got now as a new GM. We have Kurt Angle as a new GM for Raw. We actually had the return of Emma after that whole jacked up advertisement for Emelina went sour. Unfortunately, Emma came to literally pour emotion, because not a lot of people really did care about the fact that Emma returned, because number one, Emelina took too long to actually come out, and then when Emelina finally came out and she went back, that literally sucked the crowd. Like, she literally lost momentum with the crowd after that. But seeing how aggressive she is and how fast she is, and seeing how she's not going to be paired up with Dana Brooke anymore, was kind of heartbreaking, because her and Dana have really great chemistry. But now that Dana's a babyface, that's not going to happen. But I have to say that the 3-on-3 women's match really wasn't all that bad. It actually was pretty enjoyable. And the match with Sheamus and Cesaro for the tag team, against him, with them against Enzo and Cass for the number 1 contendership to the tag titles, I think is great. And we actually did see the Hardys. They had their Gallows and Anderson actually had their rematch against the Hardys, and of course the Hardys did win. And we saw the Hardys again, and yet it was delete, 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 delete. But honestly, I have to say that the return of Finn Balor definitely did have the biggest pop of the night, and it was nice to really see him teamed up with Seth Rollins, no doubt. And honestly, it was great. It really, really was great. But I think that moment that Chris Jericho got knocked out was the moment that Chris Jericho was officially done, because he's going to be going on tour. So after Raw, that's it. We're not going to see him anymore. So they had to take him out somehow. So honestly, yeah, we're not going to see Jericho for a while, but it's great to see Finn Balor again. But the one thing that really did piss me off was the fact they teased Strowman versus Lesnar. And I really want Strowman versus Lesnar, but we ain't going to get that. We're going to get Roman versus Lesnar. But honestly, guys, this show actually was tolerable. And I know this is going to be a really short, sweet, to the point kind of review, but it was a really tolerable show. Even though we saw Kurt Angle segments, it was behind the scenes. It wasn't always in our face. He acted like an authority figure behind the scenes. He wasn't like Stephanie, trying to get in everybody's face, trying to say, I'm going to do this, and actually just literally emasculate people, or emasculate the men, and just completely treat the women like garbage. He just acted like an actual manager. So I enjoyed that. I really did. And the one thing I'm looking forward to is next week, or whenever Stephanie comes back and actually somehow they kind of rekindle their chemistry, because I remember that the triangle way back in the day, I'm sorry, I was rooting for those two to get together. But other than that, that's going to be an interesting premise. But overall, I honestly like the show. Minus Stephanie, it was great. It was a great Raw after WrestleMania, had an amazing feel. The crowd once again did take over, and the matches were actually tolerable to watch, as well as it was moving towards the future. And when Vince came out talking about how they're going to shake things up, it really did feel like the Raw after WrestleMania. So they did a really good job here, and I got no beef with it. So I really want to hear what you guys think about it. Leave it in the comments below. Let me know how you feel, and I will see you guys later. Peace out.